Korea's domestic energy demand is expected to fall 0.7% year-on-year to 300 million TOE in 2023. 1 TOE equals 1 ton of oil in calorie, 10 million kilocalorie. Since 1 ton is 7.4 barrels, it is 2.22 billion barrels per year. If converted into daily, about 6 million barrels per day. Taking oil as an example of energy demand, it is expected to import about 800 million barrels. With a daily conversion, it is about 2.2 million barrels. Analysts say the sluggish petrochemical industry and a drop in demand of heating and cooling are the main factors, according to the Korea Energy Economics Institute on the 13th July. Total energy demand peaked at 3.03 billion TOE in 2021, with a rapid recovery of the COVID-19, but is expected to decline for the second consecutive year due to the recent slowdown in economic growth. The main reason for the decline in total energy demand in 2023 are sluggish business conditions in petrochemicals, which are highly energy intensive, and weak consumption in the building sector due to higher heating rate. According to change by energy source, demand for coal, oil, and gas is expected to decrease by 2.5%, 1.8%, and 0.8% respectively, while demand for nuclear power, renewable, and other energy is expected to increase by 2.6% and 10.3% respectively. Coal demand will increase year-on-year as steel production in the industrial sector normalizes, but it is expected to decrease in the power generation sector and decrease 2.5% year-on-year due to restriction on transmission system. Oil demand will increase slightly in the transportation sector, but it is expected to decrease 1.8% year-on-year, mainly for petrochemical raw material in the industrial sector. Natural gas demand will increase slightly in the power generation sector, but urban gas demand will decrease by 0.8% year-on-year, mainly in the building sector. Nuclear power generation is expected to increase by 2.6% due to the entry of new facilities and the increase in the utilization rate of nuclear power plant, while renewable and other energies are expected to increase by 10.3% thanks to steady expansion of power generation facilities. GDP is expected to increase 1.4%, but the energy source unit TOE per million won is expected to improve, that is fall rapidly for the second consecutive year following 2022. The size of greenhouse gas emission is also expected to decrease due to decrease in demand for fossil energy and an increase in demand for greenhouse gas-free energy source. Energy consumption in 2023 is expected to be 2.12 billion TOE, down 0.9% year-on-year. Demand in the industrial sector is expected to decrease by 1% as demand for naphtha and LPG for raw material in petrochemicals rapidly shrink amid the overall slowdown in production activities. The decline in energy demand in the industrial sector is expected to be somewhat reduced as the steel industry's production disruption, which served as a factor in the decline in energy demand in the industrial sector last year, is resolved at the beginning of this year. Demand in the transportation sector is expected to increase 0.6% year-on-year due to an increase in the travel demand due to the resolution of the COVID-19 situation and the drop in domestic fuel price due to the stabilization of industrial oil price. In the case of the building sector, it is predicted that it will decrease 1.7% year-on-year due to the burden of cooling and heating cost, and the weather factor due to the increase in electricity and the gas rate conducted after 2022.